He loved all of us. Right now, to me, this is just like a dream. I still can't get those ugly images out of my head. As much as I fight it to keep thinking and having good thoughts and good memories, because we have so many, I just can't. I can't, and I don't know when I will be able to forget that night. I wrote this letter. I wrote something for Darren. And it is not just, I just wrote it out there. Didn't check spelling or anything. It says, to my love, this is unreal. I cannot begin or even think how to process this nightmare. I miss you so very much, my love. As I sit here in our room, in bed, for the first time since this nightmare, thinking and reading all of your cards and letters you wrote me, I can't help but to cry and want to feel your arms around me so much, my love. Babe, I miss you terribly. I can hear your voice whispering to me how much you love me. And I can't help it, but I want you back by my side. Babe, I miss you so much. I miss you so much, and I love you. Our last conversations in Galveston about our wedding, they never happened. You asked me what I loved about our relationship, and I said every good or bad, because all of that has made this relationship so strong. He said to me, babe, and that's why I'm so in love with you, because the way you loved me, you always said to me, Darren, I never had a home. I never owned a home. I never had a home. I never had a real family. You're my home. You are my family. You and the kids are my family. You are my family to me and Andrea. You always apologize for not knowing how to act or how to handle situations. You said to me, I'm sorry. I just never had this kind of love. Now my job is to love you, be your protector. You said, and got upset sometimes because I didn't ask you for anything. I never asked Darren for anything, nothing whatsoever. You always wanted to provide me with even the smallest detail. And I love that about you. Our dates, movie dates on Tuesdays, our fishing trips, when we didn't even catch anything, and when you overpacked for our trips. I love all these things about you. Physically, I know you are not here, but I want you here. I need you here. I just want to wake up from this bad dream. Your last words to me were, wait right here, babe, coming out of the store. And then you disappear on me. Then you said to me, run, babe. And I couldn't turn away from you. I walked away. Your next words were, call 911, babe. I ran to you. And your next words to me were, I love you, babe. I can't breathe. I am so glad I held him one last time. I love you so much, and that you will continue to protect us, my love. I know how much you loved us and your family. I know how much you loved Andrea, the kids, our kids, and all of our pets. Now as you rest in peace, side by side with our two babies, and you always protect each other, hold each other, give each one of them a kiss for me and tell them how much we love them and how we waited and longed for their arrival. I love you so much. Until we meet again. And thank you, everyone that's here, every one of you. He always had a story. Every day he had a story. And he will say names. And now as I meet people around, they come up to me. I have a face for every story. And I appreciate you guys being in Darren's life, those who knew Darren. Because he was a funny guy, sometimes sarcastic. He always thought he was bilingual. And I am so sorry to say this, but he was a fraud to the county. Because he would cheat. And I always told him, you're just a fraud. My taxpayer money is going, you're wasting it. You're just, a fraud. He will call me before his test to ask me how to say mustache. And he didn't know how. He didn't know how to say firearms. He thought it was a cohete. He thought it was, and that's a firecracker. So we have so many memories, He shares so many memories. He took good care of my kids. He's always there. He was always there for my kids. He was always there for the community, my neighbors, the neighbors, everyone. Those who knew Darren, really, if he saw you needed anything, Darren was there to get you, to have your back. Fix it, buy it, however he could. The last one one of the stories that I remember was one of his deputy retired friends, so he's disabled. I don't remember the name.
Clark.
Wheelchair?
Clark from District 1, yeah.
He was in need of a wheelchair. He looked, and I was looking on the phone. I was like, what are you looking for? He goes, I need to buy him a wheelchair. So I started looking on Amazon, and he goes, no, not that kind. So he wanted this very specific kind. So he found this lady far away. I don't know, I think it was in Hockley or Tomball. This lady had a brand new electric wheelchair, $400. So that day he comes home, he goes, babe, let's go get this wheelchair. We drove to Tomball. He was so proud, and he was so happy. We went and picked it up, and that night, it was Darren, Andrea, and me, we went and dropped it off. This man was so happy to have his wheelchair. And Darren would a very giving person. Even if you didn't have to ask him, even if he heard you mention something that you like, believe me, he'll get it. But believe me, this is so hard. I don't wish this upon anybody. Nobody. I don't eat. I think since Thursday, I think I've had like 6 hours of sleep. The most. And I sit there and I try to eat, and I can't eat because he's not eating. He loves food. And I can hear him just looking at me and wondering that he wanted his steak. But really, he was a good person. He truly was a good person. Love you, babe.